Sailing into Limassol, HMS Dragon is a welcome sight. She's one of 6 new Type 45 destroyers, one of the Navy's newest and most up-to-date air defence warships. She was commissioned last year and this is her maiden deployment, but it's already lasted longer than anyone expected. In March, she set sail from Portsmouth, spending the summer in the Gulf, carrying out a security and reassurance role. But since September, she's been in the Eastern Mediterranean. And although Britain has ruled out military action against Syria, she's still nearby.
It's been a fantastic voyage, to be honest, taking place way back in March, and yes, we've been extended on operations, but we're able to have a platform which has got people at really high readiness to be able to respond to anything that might happen. We've been very fortunate. When we first arrived in theatre, we went straight into a 5-ship RAS with the USS Eisenhower and some other units, and from that we were able to really test ourselves from day one, and it's not let up ever since.
This deployment has allowed the crew to thoroughly test out the Type 45's defence systems. Working 6 hours on, 6 hours off. From the operations room, they've been conducting air-to-air command exercises, linking up with the US Naval and Air Force and RAF Typhoons. And they've been using their own onboard Lynx helicopter, operated by 815 Naval Air Squadron.
One of the main objectives that we had on our deployment was the integration with the US forces as well as the other coalition navies out there, and for me, certainly as an air warfare officer, working with carrier-borne assets, aircraft surveillance assets and things like that has been the main thing. Just the abundance of aircraft and ships that we can use.
There are more than 200 personnel on board, and they've tried to make life here as comfortable as possible. But with the end of tour dates still unknown, the crew have no idea when they'll next see their family and loved ones. Coming ashore brings an instant morale boost. 54 bags of posters just arrived, and there's a rush to sort through it quickly.
I've only been in the Navy about 18 months, so this is my first deployment, first ship, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's good fun. It's been very warm, 40-degree heat, so to come into the Med is quite nice. It's got a little bit cooler. Tomorrow I'll be go-karting. Looking forward to that, definitely.
There's lots to do on arrival. Routine drills are carried out, equipment serviced and cleaned, while supplies are loaded on board. A sports day has been organised, and for some who represent the Navy on the pitch, it's just what they've been waiting for.
I've been quite lucky enough to represent Navy Rugby Union Twickenham last year, and also this year as well I represented Great Britain Armed Forces in the Armed Forces World Cup. You have to deal with what you've got really. I mean, it is a bit harder to get a bit more fit on board than it is back home. At the sports day tomorrow, we'll get the morale a bit up on the ship as well.
With their tour extended, opportunities to come ashore like this are particularly welcome, offering the hundreds of crew on board a well-earned rest. HMS Dragon will be leaving Cyprus in 3 days' time, staying in this corner of the Med for a little while longer. Carla Prater, Forces News at Limassol in Cyprus.